My daughter married my worst enemy. The wedding should have been the happiest day of my life. Instead, it became the day everything I believed was destroyed. As my daughter Isabella walked toward the altar, every guest stood and smiled. Everyone except me. Because waiting for her was Mateo Vargas, the son of the man who ruined my life. The son of my worst enemy. Then Isabella stopped halfway down the aisle. She turned toward me. Her beautiful blonde hair shimmered in the sunlight pouring through the church windows. Tears filled her eyes, and she said something nobody expected. "Dad, if you leave now, you'll never learn the truth." The entire church fell silent. I had no idea those words would change everything. My name is Alejandro Castillo, and this is the story of how my daughter married my worst enemy, and how I discovered the real enemy had been hiding beside me for 25 years. 25 years earlier, Rafael Vargas was my best friend. We were young, ambitious, and inseparable. Both tall, both red-haired, both convinced we would build an empire together. We started a construction company from nothing. For years, everything went perfectly. Then one morning, I arrived at work and discovered every company account was empty. Millions of dollars were gone. Investors demanded answers. Employees lost their jobs. And Rafael had disappeared. Everyone blamed him, including me. I never saw him again. At least that's what I thought. Years passed. I rebuilt my life. I married Sophia, a beautiful blonde woman with a warm smile and kind heart. Then our daughter Isabella was born. From the moment I held her, she became my world. Every decision I made was for her. Every sacrifice, every success, everything. That's why when she told me she had met someone special, I was happy. At first. Then she showed me his photograph, and my happiness vanished. The man standing beside her was Mateo Vargas, Rafael's son. No, that was my answer. One word. Isabella laughed. She thought I was joking. I wasn't. No. She stared at me. "Dad, you don't even know him. I know enough. You know his father. That's the same thing." The hurt in her eyes appeared instantly, but I was too angry to notice. A week later, she brought Mateo home. The moment he entered my house, I disliked him. Not because of anything he did, because of who he was. The worst part? He was impossible to hate. Polite, respectful, intelligent, successful. He treated Isabella like she was the most important person in the world. Even Sophia liked him. That irritated me even more. During dinner, Mateo finally addressed the problem. "Mr. Castillo," he said calmly, "I know you hate my family." The room became silent. I crossed my arms. "Then you know why you're here." He nodded. "But I'm not my father." I laughed. "Every son says that." Mateo didn't argue. He simply replied, "Maybe. But not every son spends his life trying to correct his father's mistakes." For a moment, I didn't know what to say. And that frightened me, because a part of me believed him. 3 months later, Isabella announced their engagement. I refused to attend the wedding. She cried. Sophia argued with me. Friends tried changing my mind. Nothing worked. My pride was stronger than my love. At least that's what I believed. Until Rafael Vargas appeared at my office, 25 years older, 25 years weaker, and carrying a folder that would destroy everything. "I didn't steal from you," Rafael said. I almost threw him out. Then he opened the folder. Inside were documents, bank records, letters, proof. Proof that somebody else had stolen the money. Proof that Rafael had been framed. Proof that I had hated an innocent man for 25 years. My hands shook as I read. Then Rafael revealed something even worse. The person who betrayed us wasn't a stranger. I looked up. Who was it? Rafael swallowed hard. "Your brother Diego. The room spun. My own brother. The man I trusted more than anyone. Impossible. Yet every document pointed directly to him. That night, I confronted Diego. Instead of denying it, he smiled. Actually smiled. You finally know. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You destroyed our lives. Diego shrugged. You always got everything. I stared at him. What does that mean? You had the company. You had Sophia. You had success. His eyes filled with bitterness. And I got tired of watching. For the first time in my life, I felt afraid of my own brother. The next morning was the wedding. I barely slept. My world had collapsed. Rafael was innocent. Diego was guilty. Everything I believed was wrong, but nothing prepared me for what happened next. When I entered the church, I noticed something strange. Mateo looked nervous. Very nervous. Not excited, not happy, terrified. Then he approached me. There's something you need to know. Before he could continue, Isabella arrived, and the ceremony began. Neither of us got the chance to speak, a mistake that nearly cost everything. Halfway through the ceremony, police entered the church. Gasps echoed through the room. Everyone turned. Diego stood from the second row and tried to leave. 2 officers stopped him. The guests were confused. Isabella looked terrified. Then Rafael slowly stood up and revealed the truth. Every secret, every lie, every betrayal, right there in the church. The wedding instantly became a trial, and the entire family watched as 25 years of deception collapsed in a single hour. When Diego realized he had been exposed, he exploded. "You think you're innocent?" he shouted at me. The church froze. Then he pointed toward Sophia. "Ask your wife what happened before your wedding." My heart stopped. Sophia turned pale. Suddenly, a new secret appeared. A secret even bigger than the stolen money. And for the first time that day, Rafael looked frightened. Very frightened. Because whatever Sophia was hiding, he already knew.